Good morning, everyone. So, guys, today we will talk about the law of balance. One of the most immutable laws of this universe is the law of balance. So, balance. What does that mean? Basically, let me give you an example for you to understand. There is no such thing as complete balance. If there was to be a complete balance in this world, probably nothing would exist. What I mean by that is everything is striving to balance. I think you know, good times, bad times, good times. So everything is striving towards a balance, which is, for example, let me give you an example. So let's say if you are standing on the edge of a precipice, right? You're standing. What would happen is you will either fall back onto the roof or you will fall down onto the street. Why? If you are standing normally, even if the precipice is very wide and your feet are totally and normally standing, you are grounded, you will still have this imbalance and you will either go down or to the front. Why? So if you stand in your room, you can stand in the same place and nothing will happen to you. But on the roof, balanced forces act. And so let's imagine on a metaphysical level that everything consists of energy, right? Like everything. Like let's imagine a blue colored field. And when you stand, you create excess potential. You create a lot of energy. It's called excess potential. Whether it's a person you attribute big meaning to, whether it's a thing that you attribute a great deal of, you attribute a great meaning or a great deal of importance so that it distorts the real evaluation of the thing. So you excessively distort the evaluation of a person. If you are a fan of some singer, you think they are perfect, you are obsessed with them, that's excess potential. And so if you are lucky or if you have the opportunity to approach your favorite singer, your favorite actor, you will either manage to attract them or push them away from you. It, I mean, it's either one of two. Same thing goes with crushes, like, when someone attributes excessive meaning, oh, she's my crush, how not to fuck up. They Google stuff and then they try to, walk on eggshells just to understand what I mean. So that's excess potential. And the law of balance seeks to destroy any imbalance. So in this case, if the person is standing on a precipice, laws of balance want to eliminate this excess potential. So this excess potential needs to be taken away. And so what happens is you're either pushed to the roof or pushed outside the roof. Um, so the balance is maintained. When a lot of people say that they achieve or get stuff in life that they didn't care about. Like, some people don't care about the job, they get it. Some people don't care about something and they get it the most, right? And people who wanted create excess potential and then they push that very thing away from them. In some cases, they manage to attract, but after what cost? After too much exhaustion, after difficulties and stuff like that. And so the law of balance is basically, so if you, for example, have a guilt complex, you feel guilty, you create excess potential inside you, and balanced forces will seek to eliminate it. So if you believe that you deserve punishment, you will receive it because of this energy, because of this excess potential. Like to eliminate this excess, something has to be done. One way is to give you the punishment. So that way you don't feel like you deserve punishment no more. Like as Vadim Zeland said, one way to manage the feeling of guilt is by, as religion teaches, to connect to God and ask Him for forgiveness. Not people. Like if you did a mis if you have did something wrong or bad to someone, of course, if you feel guilty, you can go and say sorry. But if you feel guilt inside for something, you can just ask God for forgiveness, and you release that energy to God, and you will not like and there is no and no excess potential is going to be, no potential is going to build up in you. Um, so basically, I hope you got the idea. Any excess energy in the field, imagine this energetic field. Like imagine everything is energy, right? Energetic field. You create some potential, you create some disruption in energy, and balance forces will come and eliminate it. That's why it's never good to inflate a meaning or attribute an excessive meaning to anything. And of course, it's not always possible for humans to maintain like nonchalant to everything. Can be. You will you will like increase importance, maybe decrease importance, but you need to learn to do it. Animals don't have uh excess potential. Animals don't attribute importance to anything. That's very important. Animals don't have hate. Animals only hunt for food. They don't have this hate or those attributes that humans have because of their higher intellect. And so when you are planning or striving towards something, let me give you a very practical way on how to manage excess potential, not to like how to not screw yourself. For example, if you go and apply for a job, you apply for a job, you have this, you attribute excess potential. This is a very good job. Oh my God, this is the best job. How to stay here, how not to lose this job, and you get overwhelmed of this situation. And believe me, if you have this excess potential, it's not good, right? It could be that if you don't if you don't release it when you talk to God, you you can build it up and it's not good. And so another way to if you have excess potential regarding your job, what you can do is you can find job B, plan B, another job. You can find job C. So you can secure two jobs so that your energy is proportionally balanced. You know that if anything to happen, you accept the possibility of defeat. And if you lose this job, you know you have another job, you have C job, so you are safe. You feel safe. You don't feel screwed. Same thing goes with any other feeling. For example, if you have anxiety and you don't feel like insecurity is your like one of the most important things for you. You want to feel secure when you walk in the street, maybe you feel like you're constantly like maybe you don't feel safe because you're not physically strong. Maybe you have this negative thoughts of something happening to you or anything like that. Like something you could do is basically, let's say for example, get a pepper spray, for example. This way you will feel more secured. Another thing you could do is, you know, have prepare like, maybe prepare some apps for emergency or prepare emergency contacts on your phone. Or set up your phone that if you click 2 times, your phone will contact police and your relatives, for example, right? Or I don't know if there are some apps that can enable you to record and upload it to your relatives or upload it online. So there are some ways you could do to secure yourself, as well as stay like not going out late, being taking care of yourself, closing your doors, having like pepper sprays or anything to secure yourself. So by doing something and securing yourself, you will not worry that much about your security. Hence, you guarantee safety. You guarantee that there is not energy excess potential created for balanced forces to destroy it, right? To destroy this excess potential, either something is going to happen or uh, nothing is going to happen, but you will be just maybe you will just torment and you will feel tormented basically. So yeah, not to create excess potential, you must, or you could accept the possibility of defeat and or create plan B just as a thought. It could be just as a thought if it's about a job, like like you have this, like you have this place, you have this plan, or basically prepare, do something about it, and you will feel released. You will feel better. You will feel at ease. So that's my take on my understanding on um, the law of balance. So let's talk about it. Let's take a look at this beautiful presentation I guys prepared for you. So, exploring the law of balance in reality transurfing. Okay. So, the law of balance, finding equilibrium. Okay. So, excess potential. Bear with me. This refers to an imbalance caused by excessive thoughts, emotions, or actions. It can lead to mental and emotional turmoil and negatively affect our ability to manifest the desires. Okay. So, it disrupts. Seeking equilibrium. The goal is to find balance by reducing excess potential, by harmonizing our inner states. This allows for more balanced and fulfilling life. Like I said, how can you reduce importance, right? The role of consciousness. Consciousness plays a key role in achieving balance. By consciously observing our thoughts and emotions, we can identify and manage imbalance. So if you work too much, you can get tired, which is maybe me right now, but you identify, maybe you work too much, so you need to have a balanced life. Maybe you need to do like maybe you need to have your health life, your of course, if you're going to your goals, if you have some goals to strive for, you could, you could dedicate 60% of your time, 70% of your time towards your job, but the rest towards your health, your progress, wealth, like try to balance. Don't over, like, don't burn yourself because, burnout can happen, right? Imminent burnout is imminent. And then understanding excess potential. Excess potential is a buildup of unresolved energy stemming from negative thoughts, emotions, or actions. It can be also positive thoughts, not only negative, but what I mean is it can be too much of a positive thought. So negative thoughts, persistent negative thoughts such as worry, fear, anger contribute to excess potential. They create a mental and emotional imbalance. Suppressed emotions, bottling up emotions instead of processing and releasing them, like I said, through prayer or trying to, like, if it's a feeling of guilt, as well as, if you have your connection with God, you can talk to God. But what I mean is as well, writing down some of the fears that you have, like putting it on paper. Okay. Unresolved conflicts with others or within ourselves create tension and negativity that can lead to imbalance and hinder our ability to attract positive experiences. So, like, put it on paper, right? Unhealthy habits. Unhealthy habit is the least of, in my opinion, of excess potential, right? But yeah, but it can also contribute. Recognizing imbalance, guys. So identifying imbalances in our mental and emotional states is crucial for achieving harmony. We must be aware of signals that indicate we are out of balance. Number one, physical symptoms. Fatigue, headaches, insomnia, digestive issues can be a sign of mental and emotional stress. You need to identify where did you inflate importance. Are you overworking? Are you like where did you like what thing did you attribute excess potential? Emotional reaction. Extreme reactions to situations such as anger, anxiety, depression are indicators of emotional imbalance. Again, think about, be conscious. Where did you inflate potential? Where did you inflate importance? Negative thoughts. Negative thoughts can be trained. Negative thoughts can be trained, guys. And like I said, if you have negative thoughts or fears, what you can do is you can have a plan B or a safety net in your head and kind of prepare so they don't come. Or sometimes you can work with a therapist as well, but you need to eliminate this extra energy. If you think towards the past, if you have a lot of negative thoughts, like maybe that's an indicator that you don't have much going on for you. Maybe you need to have, maybe you need to like, when you're focused on some goals, like health goals, business goals, money goals, or even if you're not into business, maybe you have a career goal. So if you're focused and working on, let's say if you have a quarterly goals, 6 month goals, a yearly goal, right? Approximately, right? And you're working towards them, you will be occupied thinking about these goals. You will not be thinking and roaming in the past or having these negative thoughts. And if you have negative thoughts, you can ask yourself, maybe you are addicted to the feeling of being a victim. Maybe you are addicted to blaming people. Maybe you are addicted to the feeling of hate. You sometimes need to question yourself. You need to ask yourself these things. You need to be honest with yourself. You need to analyze. No one other than you knows the real reason. When you develop yourself and you understand these things, you can pinpoint behavioral change. Like, yeah, if you feel, like I said, if you feel like if you have a burnout, you will, you know, pull out from, you will withdraw yourself from social activities. Um, yeah. So, strategies for achieving harmony. I think I've told you everything, guys, about achieving harmony or balance. Yeah, mindfulness, emotional processing, cognitive restruct restructuring, and self-care practices. You can do that if we talk about your personal life. But you can also remember you can also attribute importance to other stuff. Like I said, actors, crushes, right? You can practice mindfulness as well, but also try to reduce importance. So if you have a crush that you are obsessed over, there are some techniques. One of the famous techniques in the Middle East is just to imagine as your crush taking a shit in the bathroom. Just imagine that nasty, like that repelling and disgusting scene when they take a poop. And that would reduce their importance. Like, I hope that helped. So, guys, the next thing is practical applications, balanced communication. Well, the regular thing. This is just a wellness stuff. Um, yeah, guys, I think I covered everything. Strive to have balance in 5 areas of your life. 5 areas: spiritual, health, wealth, which is finance, personal, like your knowledge, your books, development, right? And social, making friends, socializing, So 5 areas to have a balanced life. Um, so yeah, guys, I hope you got immense information from this presentation and from this take on the law of balance. I will be more than happy to answer any questions that you have. And thank you so much for today, and I will see you next time.